So it's fair to say Meghan Markle at least has a pretty dire public reputation, it seems, if you look at the comments from our readers and viewers anyway. It's a pretty big job, isn't it, to be her PR guru in the UK?
Well, now that is a Sisyphean challenge. I mean, really, it is. The point, so far as International Women's Day is concerned, I mean, to be fair, she's always done something on International Women's Day regarding herself as a feminist. There's no doubt that what she says, and it's interesting, actually, it does get a tremendous amount of coverage, but not necessarily, as you've just pointed out, favourable coverage. But if, in fact, she's seeking to rehabilitate her reputation here and in Europe, I mean, I just simply don't see it. I mean, the point, firstly, is that her reputation, well, the Sussexes are far, far less popular in the United States. But so far as Britain's concerned, I mean, they've pretty well been at rock bottom for a very long time. For 4 years, they've caused enormous problems for the royal family. And people just simply don't forget that. And also, I mean, we've just had the shortlisting of the book awards of Harry's memoir, Spare. Now, he had a very skillful ghostwriter. No doubt he narrates it perfectly adequately, but that book did a lot of harm. And if you trash your family, people don't respect you.
It's interesting that they've never really shown very much interest in their popularity back home here in Britain until now, when there is a lot of talk in the States that their popularity there is really waning, in fact, tanking. And also this idea that's bubbling under the surface that at some point, maybe it would be a new President Trump, for instance, who would say, get rid of Harry from the States, because of the way he applied for his visa. And in other words, that Harry and Meghan may have to look for a new home. And if it's in Britain, then they've really got to do something about their image here.
Well, firstly, I mean, Spare was so toxic that they were evicted from Frogmore Cottage. I mean, that was the way the royal family were able to make their feelings known. So far as the visa application and what he put on it, we haven't seen it, but a judge has asked to see it, to see whether it should be made public. Now, I think that this highlights how unwise the Sussexes have been. I think that they were on a level where they felt somewhat entitled, that they could say what they think. I mean, Meghan once said in an interview, I can say what I like. Well, you can never say what you like. And Harry has talked quite openly, and certainly to Dr. Gabor Mate, with one of the interviews he gave to promote Spare, about drugs and, in his opinion, the remedial use of them. The facts are, however, that this may cause problems in weeks and months to come. And if President Trump, if there were to be a President Trump, we know his relationship with the Sussexes, to put it mildly, is icy. He's made that very clear recently. You never know exactly where this is going to go. I mean, I certainly can't see in any form a member of the royal family being, so to speak, evicted from the United States. I mean, the whole thing would be a bizarre circus if that was the case. But precisely where this ends up, one can't tell at the moment. And the facts are they've been very unwise. You can't say exactly what you think. And some of the stuff he put in Spare, whether it was losing his virginity, penile frostbite, the numbers of Taliban he took out on his second tour of duty in Afghanistan, something the military don't do, and the issues of drugs, all of this may well, I mean, firstly, it was an object of mockery. Secondly, the issue of drugs may come back to haunt him in ways that we can't yet foresee.
OK, Richard Fitzwilliams, we have to leave it there. Thanks for joining us. Always a pleasure.